Your boy got scammed. You hate to see it. Hey, before we get to that, if you like this video, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you really like this video, subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click the bell icon. Good looking out. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you rocking with me. You already know, I got scammed on eBay. It's been, I don't know, a month now, I guess. What is today? Yeah, I guess it's been a month since this was all resolved. But basically, back in mid-January, I was doing what I do. It was a weekday. I was on eBay looking at, midday closing auctions that aren't structured very well like I do. And I saw, oh, it's going to be over here. I can't do this. And I saw... Your boy sucks. I saw this book right here, and at the time, I think it was sitting at like $40. Great book. You guys know I love Signature Series, love Virgin Variants. These Venom books are super hot right now. So I figured, what the heck, and I put a little bid on it. My max bid on that book was like $100 because that's kind of my like base value for a Signature Series 9.8. Like anything around $100 is usually pretty good. There was really just, I think me and one other bidder sold for $79.99. I think I was all in for like $103 or $104 with tax. And I was like, that's awesome. I'm ecstatic for that. This is cool. Didn't really look at values, just knew I got a deal, was going to put it in the collection, good to go. Like 5 days goes by and I get an email from eBay, hey, your order has shipped. And I didn't even notice that it hadn't already shipped because I've got so much stuff coming and going between eBay and Amazon. You guys know how it is in 2022, right? There's stuff coming and going constantly when it comes to, notifications about things shipping. So I didn't even notice that it took them 5 days to ship it out. But I was like, whatever, shit happens. I'm not worried about it. No big deal. I'm not going to make a case about it, even though, right, it's supposed to be shipped within 2 or 3 days at most. Couple weeks goes by, and or I should say a week goes by and it's not here, and I'm like, that's weird. So I go into the app and I pull it up, and I'm like, it's not showing me tracking information, but I can't do anything. Like I can't report that it hasn't been received because it has until X date to get here. So it was whatever that Friday was. It's like, it's so weird. There's no tracking on here, but to be honest, I just don't pay attention to how it looks in the app that much, because I generally don't worry about it. When I order something, I get the notification, it gets here. I don't personally sweat, and maybe it's just because I'm on the seller side so much, I don't sweat the delivery date. Like if it's been shipped and I've got tracking, I know it's coming. If it's not here in like the date, I don't worry about it. So that date comes and goes, it's still not arrived. I'm like, that's really weird. So I go ahead and I was like, hey, it hasn't arrived, right? And I've had this happen to me. I get this message within like 2 days of me shipping it, and then I have to go in, even though I bought shipping on eBay, we've talked about this before, I have to go in and upload the tracking number to eBay, the tracking number that they supplied to me. Stupid system. But I go through the process. I'm like, hey, hasn't arrived. Please upload tracking. No response from the seller. Okay. And they had good feedback. They did have a couple of negatives, like over the history of their selling, that they didn't upload tracking and the item was never received, but they mostly had a lot of positive feedback. So I don't know. But anyway, a couple days go by. I say, hey, still waiting on the tracking number. Please upload. Hasn't arrived. If it's just stuck somewhere, and I don't remember where he was shipping it from, but this happens. If you're shipping from East Coast to West Coast or vice versa, stuff, if it goes through like Memphis, it's going to sit there. It's not as bad as it used to be in like, mid 2020, but it's still not great. So again, same thing. I'm like, okay, I know where it is. It's just sitting there. It's going to get here. I'm not worried about it. No response whatsoever. I'm like, man, what the heck is going on? Like, why wouldn't you respond after 2 messages in 4 days? So I go through the eBay process. I'm a little bit pissed at eBay too, because I know the hoops that I have to jump through when someone tells me that hasn't been received. But eBay is just kind of letting it float out there like, oh, no big deal. You just wait longer. Like, really, bro? So anyway, after like 4 or 5 days of this, eBay just sends me a thing, close the case in your favor, refund your money. And I'm like, I don't want my money back. So I At this point, I go into eBay and I look a little bit more closely. Let me make sure I stay consistent here. And I look at recent solds. So the one from $79, that's me. That's the one that I won. And you'll notice a week before that, he sold the same book for $127.50. And you can see just 29 or 28 bids compared to 9 bids. But then look at the others around it. Like the here at the top, the trade dress. I guess that'd be the trade dress variant. I'm not really sure. Sold for $152. Went on January 30th. On January 14th, that same book sold for $202. So this book is all over the place, just all over the place in values. Basically, long story short, right? He didn't get the price he wanted. He probably sat on shipping it for 5 days, thinking that I'd be like, hey, motherfucker, where's my book? What the fuck? Cancel my order, right? Because that's what people do. But I got so much coming and going, I didn't even notice. So he reached a point where he had to tell eBay that he shipped it. But you can just tell eBay that you shipped it. It doesn't force you to upload tracking. It doesn't force you to buy shipping from them. So that's what he did. He said, hey, I shipped it, and then that bought him another week or two. And at that point, just going through the process, instead of canceling the sale and taking the hit, both points against your account for canceling the sale, I think in the case of an auction, you have to pay the fees to eBay, I think. But I think he still would have gotten burned for the fees with the refund. I'm pretty sure. Then he goes to it was lost. It was lost in the mail. So then he doesn't have to take the points against his account for canceling the sale. He probably still has to pay the fees. I left him negative feedback. I checked it this morning as I record this, and that feedback has been removed. And I mean, I don't even remember what I said. Maybe I put on there that he didn't ship it, and I don't really recall. So maybe I said something that technically would get removed, but there was lots of feedback. I shouldn't say lots of feedback. The negative comments, the feedback that he had, said the same thing, like never shipped, no response, no tracking number, blah blah blah. So whatever. I had already gone in and because this is bad. You shouldn't do this, but I do buy from my seller account. It just makes it easier for me to just be buying and selling from the same account, not switching back and forth. So I had already gone in and blocked him as a buyer, so he couldn't come buy some shit from me and then mess with me. That had been done by the fourth day. Or I should say, the fourth day when I went into reported not received, and I had to wait till that Friday. So it was like Tuesday. I went in and blocked him because I was like, I already see where this is going. I got a great deal, and you just didn't ship it because you were mad that you didn't get your value. So, it sucks. I was so excited to get that book. I wanted it so bad, especially at that price. So excited to have it. The ones that are listed right now, I think there's no auctions on the Virgin variant. There is one listed for $200. So I mean, I could have. It hasn't sold obviously, but I probably could have doubled my money on that book immediately if I wanted to flip it. I wouldn't have. It wasn't the plan. I was going to keep it, but anyway. So sucks. eBay sucks. Buyers suck. Sellers suck. There's just so much. There's so much BS that goes on eBay. And look. Live by the sword, die by the sword. I don't do auctions. The few times I've done auctions, I got burned. In one case, I screwed up basically with my shipping, and I ended up paying I think $1 to get rid of a bunch of stuff. I lost money, and that doesn't even include the fees. So I lost probably $2 or $3 to get rid of some stuff. Like I said, live by the sword, die by the sword. It's just how it goes. You gotta chalk it up to the game. But unfortunately, sellers like this, they'll work the system. They'll just flake out, disappear, not send it because they didn't get the price they wanted. I think too many people, they put stuff up for auction. We talked about it before, hoping to get this huge battle of buyers and FOMO and run the price up. It's more often than not, it doesn't happen. 99% of the time, unless it is a super hot item and you structure the auction correctly, you will not get top dollar in an auction environment on eBay. You just won't. 99% of the time. And man, this is what happens. You get burned, and then instead of chalking it up, you be shady and be shysty. And unfortunately, there's no consequences. Zero consequences for it. So anyway, sucks to be me, but what are you going to do? Appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, share, comment down below. Let me know if you've ever been scammed on eBay. I'll see you next time.